Hello. I pretty much have had to do this video over and over and over again because I'm trying so hard to not explode right now. I really am. Tim Ballard has his own podcast now, and I think on the last podcast, I just watched this yesterday on YouTube, and Tim decided he was going to talk to Donald Trump. Okay. But before he does, he says that he had gotten comments or emails or something from people telling him that they no longer want to support him just because they don't like Donald Trump. Apparently, on their balance scale of morality, they honestly think that TDS and Donald Trump is far more important, and their hatred of Trump, the Trump Orange Man bad is far worse than children getting raped and molested and killed. I'm trying so hard to practice self-control right now. As a person, that was great. As a child, this very much ticks me off. How about those people who told Tim that? How about you guys put yourselves in those children's shoes? Just imagine on a daily basis, you are forced to lay down with people that are abusing you. And they don't give a rip about how much it hurts you. They don't care if you live. They don't care if you die. They don't care about you. All they care about is their own gratification. And you're in this dark place that you know you can't escape. You can't get out. You're stuck. You're stuck in a pit of hell on earth. And you need someone to help you. And here comes this man or woman that breaks down the door of the dark place you're at. And they say, I'm here to help you. I guarantee you that the last question will be on your mind is, are you a Trump supporter? What are your political views? Are you for immigration? Do you like black people? Do you support Pride Month? The last thing that would ever be on your mind are those stupid questions. The only thing that's going to cross your mind is, are you really here to help me? Are you really here to help me? That would be the only question that crosses your mind. I guarantee you that all those children that saw Tim Ballard coming to help them, their questions were not, Tim, do you like Donald Trump? No. Their question is, why is he here? Is he really here to help me? Those were the questions they were thinking. And I just cannot believe that people honestly think that their TDS is more important than those kids. That their TDS is more important than men, women, and children that are being abused physically, sexually, mentally, psychologically, spiritually, on a daily basis. I am a Christian conservative, and I do not like elite Democrats. I don't like them at all. But if one of them, say like Ocasio-Cortez, says, I want to interview Tim Ballard, I want to talk to him about this issue, and I want to see if there's something I can do to help him with this issue. If she came out and said that, I'm not going to say, oh, Tim, I'm sorry, I can't support you anymore because my personal feelings against AOC is more important than you wanting to save kids. No. What I would say is, I'm very glad that she's wanting to do this. I don't care that she's a Democrat. If she's wanting to help him save the kids, then I'm all for it. Because at the end of the day, it's not about politics. It's about the kids. It's about those women, and it's about those men who are in the hellhole of trafficking. Their lives, their souls, is what's important here. Those of you who have the audacity to choose your own little hurt feelings over the victims of trafficking, you're spineless, heartless, and probably about soulless. You lack in morality, if you have any morality at all. You lack in care. You lack in humanity. And it's over a very, very stupid thing. Orange man bad. Orange man bad. The orange man wolf is far more of an issue than those kids. Orange man bad. If you're gonna melt and break down over one person talking to Tim Ballard, then you're gonna be about useless in this movement and helping the kids. Grow a spine. Forget your TDS for a minute. I mean, if you don't like Trump, fine. But don't let your hatred of Trump overcome morality and overcome your thought process of doing what's right. Because you refusing to support someone that helps save kids, that's not doing what's right. And all those of you who told Tim Ballard that you don't want to support him anymore because of Trump, I really hope that not one of you claims to be a Christian. Because if you do, you clearly don't know God. You honestly think that God is gonna be that's gotta give you a thumbs up or be super proud of you for rejecting supporting someone who helps save his children just because you don't like Trump. You honestly think he's gonna be proud of you? No. In fact, he's the one, and in Jesus, he is the one that made the very statement that whosoever offends one least of these, it'd be better for him to be hanged by a millstone and tossed in the sea. And there are scriptures that tells parents to teach their children right and wrong, to not lead their children. I can't remember the wording, but it has something to do along the lines of anger, I believe. we're supposed to protect. And also, just want to point out, many times that Israel got judged, one of the main problems that God constantly points out through his prophets is abandoning the orphans. Many times God said that that the people refused to take care of the widows, and that they refused to take care of the orphans. Over and over again. Children are pretty important to God. So why are they not important to you? No. You don't get to tell God that you're not going to do right and want to help those kids just because you don't like Trump. If that's really how you feel, then I suggest that you pray to God to help you get over that. Because that mind thinking that's going on in your brain, that's not coming from God. Again, I don't care if the person is Democrat, Republican, conservative, or liberal. If they say, I want to help those children, then I want to help Tim Ballard help those children, then we should support that. Even if, well, never mind. Because with me, I'm not just going to say, I'm not going to work with this person or that person on this issue just because I disagree with them. I would gladly hold hands with atheists, LGBT people, Muslims, or whatever. If they say, I want to work with you to help save the kids, I'm not going to tell them that I'm going to refuse to work with them or support them just because I don't agree with their views. This is the one thing that many of us should agree, that children need to be saved. They need us to help them. And refusing to do so just because of political issues is very petty. Very petty. Very evil, actually. Very immoral. Very spineless. Very narcissistic. Very selfish. Very crude, cruel, bigoted. And just downright wrong. I hope you people who said that to Tim see this video. I hope you do. You need to evaluate yourself and your mind thinking on this, because you're not helping matters at all. Put your political views aside and do what's right for the kids. Tim Ballard, if you happen to see this, on the behalf of on the rest of the humans, on morality and things, I am so sorry those people said that to you. And they should never have acted so arrogantly and acted so ridiculous. I'm sorry that I done that. And I'm going to say to you, Tim, I don't care what, Democrat, whatever. If they're going to truly want to help you save those kids, I don't care what political party they're in. What I care about is that if they're legitimate and wanting to help you save those kids, that's all I would be caring about. And as far as Donald Trump goes, it's very ironic that they want to tell Tim that they're not going to support him because of Trump, but yet most likely they cannot name one person on their political aisle that has actually tried to do. For those who are saying that because they're Democrats, name one Democrat you like that has tried to do something against sex trafficking. You definitely can't name Biden. Definitely cannot name Schumer. Definitely cannot name Pelosi. But guess what? The irony in you choosing to act like that because of Trump. Trump has actually tried to do things to stop human trafficking. Him and his daughter Ivanka. You didn't know that? Yeah. While he was president, he put down a policy to help stop trafficking. You should look it up. To those children, I'm very sorry that you have got people that care more about their own offended little teeny hearts than your safety. I'm very sorry. And you don't deserve that. You deserve much more from us than that. And I hope there are more people who care more about you. I hope there are more people who care more about you than their own feelings and politics, which I think there are. I just hope that those people who are going to act like those people who email Tim, I really hope they're a very small number. And for all of us, regardless of where you are politically, religiously, or whatever, we have got to work with each other to help save the children. We should not let little petty stuff get in the way of that. May God help us save our children. #save our children. In Yeshua's name, amen.